If you are planning on starting a new bullet journal for 2026, but you don't know where to start, this video is for you. I come up with a beautiful but simple and easy setup for you to do. Get a floral PET tape and the theme is pretty much done. Hi, I'm Juliana and welcome back to another video. And this one is my bullet journal setup for my mom. So if you are new here, for the past year I've been making my own bullet journal, but also one for my mom, because she likes the one I make for myself and she uses the planner, so it's the best of both worlds. So I'm going to use this journal from Notebook Therapy until June, because that's how long a journal usually lasts me, and the same for my mom, it's pretty much half a year. And after I glued the first page, that awkward one that doesn't open all the way, we are moving on to the next, which is going to be the cover spread. And for the whole theme, I'm using this floral PET tape that the washi tape shop gave me in October, I think, and this one is called Harvested Bloom. You can get it in both washi tape version or PET tape, that's actually the one I'm using. This was part of their autumn collection, but I think the colors are pretty much versatile and you can use this tape whenever you want and it doesn't look out of place. So the idea for this cover spread was an explosion of flowers right in the middle. But as I was putting the flowers down on the page, I was leaning towards a specific direction, so I changed my mind and ended up having the whole design on an angle, which I think turned out so good together with the title. I also forgot to mention, but this tape is pre-cut, so it means that every design is already cut from the actual backing, and it makes my life so much easier. This video isn't sponsored by the washi tape shop, I just genuinely love these pre-cut tapes. It's kinda like a roll full of stickers ready to use. Then for the title, I wanted to have big numbers in the middle, but not bulky. I wanted them to be more elegant to fit the aesthetic a little better. So when I was searching for 2026 elegant numbers, I found this image and I decided that it was perfect. Then for the color, I didn't have a good match to the color palette of the theme, and I didn't want to go towards orange. I wanted the deep red of the flowers. But I didn't have the right color of my favorite pens to do elegant and small calligraphy, which is the one I'm using, the Pentel Fure Brush Sign Pen. So I decided to use this burgundy color, and after that I'm using a mild liner in beige to go over it and deepen the color, so the pink undertones don't show through. So I spent a little time cutting around and inside each number with my X-Acto knife, but I think it turned out beautiful in the end. And I only had to put it down in the middle, which was very easy because I used sticker paper. And the cover spread is done. Very simple and easy as I promised, so now let's continue to the next spread. But before that, if you are looking for more inspiration and a theme that isn't all about flowers, you can also check out my own bullet journal setup, which is an academia theme. So now on this spread we are making a future log. If you don't know what this is, let me explain. This is a spread that's basically your phone calendar, but make it pretty. In this one, I make each monthly calendar, and right beside each one I have a little space where I can write future events, like birthdays, doctor appointments, vacation, and holidays. I only make this spread for the months that I'm going to be using the journal, so I make the calendar for 6 months, but I'm also making a mini version of this spread for the remaining months of the year. So why I make this spread when I already do a monthly calendar on each monthly setup? Well, this one is very useful for when I have to annotate something that I don't have the setup ready for. For example, let's say we are in January and I want to annotate a doctor appointment that's happening in June. Of course, in January I don't have my June setup made yet, so I annotate that appointment in this spread. Of course, if you prefer the digital version that's your phone calendar, it's totally valid, but my brain remembers things when I write them physically in paper, so this helps a lot. And it's a way to see all those events at a glance. Also, I didn't tell you, but if you are new here, I make my mom's bullet journal in Portuguese. We are Portuguese, and my mom doesn't speak or understands English very well, so of course I can make her own bullet journal in a language that she doesn't know. So I usually translate the Portuguese words as I go, so don't worry, you don't have to learn Portuguese to watch these videos. Then for the decorations, I'm using the flowers, but to complement them, I decided to introduce two grid washi tapes that I'm going to use from now on. This one that's a very muted pink, and another one that matches the burgundy on the titles. Sometimes on the next spreads, the flowers are going to cover the washi tapes, but they are just an addition, they are not the main focus, so it's okay. Next, we have the mini version of the future log. So this one is from July to December, and I only need a tiny bit of space below each month to write any event. This one is a mini version because usually I don't actually need to use this page because in June I already have my new bullet journal set up for the second half of the year, and I can write whatever new information that I have to the new journal. So this page is basically just in case I need it. And again, very useful to see the year at a glance. For the decoration, I used a strip of washi tape on the top and the bottom of the page, and I'm going to put some flowers on top of that. It's a very simple layout to do and to decorate. If you don't know how to decorate a page or a spread, just make your functional part right in the middle and use the top and bottom to put your decorations. It's pretty much a fail-proof method of decoration. Then for the next page we have the last time I ... This was a page that I saw Jashi Karin doing in her own bullet journal a while ago. I think it has another title, but I don't remember. And I really liked the intention. So basically you just have to make a table and do a column for each month of the year. And the other empty column you just have to write whatever you have to do. And this is called the last time I, because in here you are going to write things that you only do once every month or a couple of months or even every 6 months. Things like cleaning the fridge, changing your clothes for a new season, do a checkup on your car, things like that. So it's a way to remember to do things that you are more likely to forget because the time in between is a little longer. Then for the decoration, I actually did the same thing that I did in September, I think, and it's basically creating a floral border around the table. In the September setup, I did it around the calendar and I loved it, but in here I decided to do on the table. This tape has some frames with smaller flowers, and I know for a fact that I'm not going to use the frames. So I decided to use them. I cut the flowers on each frame with the X-Acto knife and used them to create a border, which helped a lot because they are already flat on one side, so I just have to put them in place. Moving on, we have the most used spread across the journaling community, which I think is the goals spread. I'm not a very goal-oriented person actually. I have an overall goal for the year, but I don't pressure myself into really making it happen. I'm much more go with the flow type of person. But of course, I still work towards that goal, but that way I don't feel bad when I don't accomplish it. But since I don't know what goals my mom has for 2026, I decided to make a little page for her in case she needs it. I made 3 sections, one for personal goals, one for health goals, and one for financial goals, so she can write wherever she wants across those 3 categories. When I make my own goals page, I use 3 sections as well, but instead of health, I did a career goal, because my health goals can be put together with my personal ones. Then on the right page, I'm making a savings goal. In the last yearly setup that I made for my mom, I made many squares and kept it pretty open. She could write whatever goal she wanted, and each square was for how much money she could put aside. But this time I made exactly 12 squares, one for each month, and then at the end of each one she can write how much money she saved. And at the end of the year, she can write the total in the little rectangle that I made on the bottom. So if she wants, she can define a savings goal in the left page, in the financial goals, and then she can see how much money she could save for that goal for the entire year. Okay, next we have a spread that is for giving and receiving. So starting with the left page, I'm making a gifts table. I'm actually not sure how to approach this type of page. I still haven't figured out the best layout for this one, because when I make a table, I run out of space, but then if I leave it completely open, I also run out of space, because I write the name of the person and the idea, then below that I write another person's name and the idea for that one, and then if I remember another thing for the first person, I don't have space anymore. So it's a little weird, but let's see how this one goes. For my own December setup, I made one for my Christmas gifts and I really liked it. It was with a touch door, and this one that I'm making is along the same lines because it has the same base idea, but not quite the same. So in each section, my mom can write the name of the person and the ideas for them. And I'm not sure if the space I have is enough, but I wanted to have enough rectangles for each person that she usually buy gifts for, so I hope that's enough. If not, she can always write something in the notes section or brain dump spread in each monthly setup. And for the right page, I made a little floral border as I did before, and this is for my mom's wish list. So everything that she wants throughout the year, she can write here. Kinda like what I do in my own Bojo, but she usually doesn't tell me or my dad what she wants. So I can take a peek when her birthday comes, which is literally the Thursday before this video goes up, so December 18th, and also some ideas for Christmas. Next is a very empty spread because it's made for memories. I'm making a little floral bed right in the middle with the title, and around that is empty because my mom can write or draw or anything she wants related to her memories for each month of the year. I love doing this in my own journal with Polaroids, and after each monthly setup, I leave a spread for scrapbooking with some tickets and ephemera related to that month. And I'm actually thinking of starting a Polaroid album in 2026. I think they are very cute, and I could have a memory for each month of the year and special events. And finally, last but not least, I'm making a quote spread. Usually I make my quote page together with my cover page, but sometimes I just have a specific way I want to do the cover page that doesn't include the quote, and since my mom loves inspirational quotes, I decided to still put it somewhere. So here it is. For the decoration, I decided to keep it to the corners, so that the quote is in the middle, and it could be the center of attention of the spread. Honestly, I don't love how the middle parts turned out. I think if the writing was smaller it would look better, but it's okay, it's not a functional spread, and my mom isn't always going back to this one, so I can get away with it. But I actually really liked the flowers in the corners. My idea was to do the contrary of the cover spread, because in the cover I made an explosion of flowers right in the center. So here I wanted the flowers to be on the outside, to give the idea that the explosion happened, and right below the 2026 title was the quote. And the flowers that were in the middle are now on the borders. I don't know if that made any sense, but it was what I thought. And then for the actual quote, I chose this one by Karl Barth. Though no one can go back and make a brand new start, anyone can start from now and make a brand new ending. Which in Portuguese translates to: embora ninguém possa voltar atrás e fazer um novo começo, qualquer um pode começar agora e fazer um novo fim. And it's time for the final flip through. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give a like, subscribe, and comment down below a red heart emoji to let me know you watched it till the end. This theme was very simple and easy to do. You literally just have one floral PET tape put together with two washi tapes that could be left out honestly, and some lettering that if you have stickers or a cutting machine, you don't even have to do that. I really liked it. It was one of my favorite color palettes. I love deep reds, and for the past year I've been leaning into that color for some reason, and I'm not tired of it. Again, if you want more inspiration for your new bullet journal, or you're just watching for the vibes, you can check out my own initial setup that's already up on my channel, and it's an academia theme. I hope you have an amazing end of the year, a fun holiday season if you celebrate, and that every wish and goal you have for 2026 may come true. I hope you have a lovely day or night wherever you are, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!